Now then, how's it going? My name's Paul and welcome to Town of Salem. I'm doing something a little bit different today. I've actually recorded the game and I've decided to do the commentary after the fact. So rather than do it during the game, I'm now sat watching the game back and doing this. So you can see we're Pablo Paskel, we're the Godfather, and we have our ambusher is 2, blackmailer is 12, and then myself and Mafia 13-14. So we have a little bit of neighbourly love going on in the Mafia. 15's asking for TPLO, and 14 our Mafioso's fake fet baiting, and jailer has not come out. 15's advising that they are not the jailer. So blackmailer has been jailed. I would use this opportunity if I was that person to claim maybe a reputable role that's hopefully gives you a little bit of leeway to claim something like a lookout where it's a stronger TI claim. I'm probably going to go with an arrest claim. I also have TK set up in my will because Godfather should generally claim TK rather than the Mafioso like how Mafioso wants to. Reason for that is I have defense. We are hoping to attack Ann Hibbins, number 9, but we get witched. So I'm waiting to see who contacts me saying that they are witch and they want to know who the Mafia are. I'm waiting for that. What I didn't notice until quite late last night was that the ambusher decided to go to the TPLO Raven. So I wouldn't recommend this play. Reason for that is the ambusher will get a kill, but anyone else who goes there will see the ambusher. So as we can see, number 1 immediately comes out saying Tommy is the ambusher. What that gives us is we know we've now killed the lookout and we do know who TP is, and we are trading our ambusher for that information. So we know 2 strong town and we are going to lose the ambusher for that information. Now, I didn't pick up on this necessarily. I saw Jack Frost, number 3, post Pablo inner. Now, what I didn't pick up on at the time was this was actually the witch subtly hinting that they are the witch. They are admitting that they visited me, knowing full well that I was visited. Now, I didn't pick up on that. What I did do is I just tried to confirm that I was obviously evil. The witch knows this. I posted my invest will, which backed up number 6 a little bit. They posted that 14 was Vigivet Mafioso. I also kind of confirmed that because I wanted to try and claim one of those TI spots, seeing as Lookout was already killed. And I knew that our Mafioso was already going to be claiming Vigi. So 14's come out saying that they are Vigi and they want escort or someone on them so that witch doesn't use them. Tommy, as you can see, unfortunately our ambusher has been dragged off to jail and they are going to go down. Now in my mind I'm thinking jailer hasn't come out, we could go for the TP, but I want to try and find jailer here. I've got our blackmailer asking who they want to be quiet for the next day, who they're going to blackmail. I recommend 6 because they're the other invest. They're taking a spot that I'm claiming. I want them to look as suspicious as possible. And I'm attacking 8. The reason I'm attacking 8 is they didn't really say anything last night. So I saw from the players 15 was making yesterday, trying to accuse 9 of being witch, that they are probably executioner. I didn't pick up necessarily that 3 was the witch, so 8 could have been witch, but my assumption was that there was probably a town role, something like jailer who's not claimed, or maybe even a mayor who's not come out. So Tommy has unfortunately been killed, executed by the jailer, and jailer has also gone down. Now this isn't the strongest night 2, but I know now I can definitely get away with it because the jailer is down. So I'm going to post that Tommy was in jail last night to try and show that I was trying to prove what role they were and confirm an evil. It's not ideal, but it gets me by for the rest of this day, as you will see. Okie dokie. So 15 has unfortunately posted night 2, which shows that 15 is the invest consig mayor, outing themselves. Now I did see that and think to myself, has his target actually been killed? Was Nani's target? Has his target been killed and now he's going for a jester play? They're still pushing 9 as the witch. Unfortunately, the rest of the town are thinking, we're not really buying this, and 15 is going to get pushed. Now, I don't particularly want to vote this. The reason I don't want to vote this is I want to try. I've already lost the ambusher, and I want to try and keep as many evil rolls together as possible. Now, Jack Frost whispers me here saying witch here, noticing that I didn't quite pick up on his subtle hint. So apologies to Jack Frost, but I didn't pick up on their hint. I'm just double checking. Yeah, I can see that they did say that they visit me night 1. So I'm comfortable with saying, right, hi witch, here is the rest of the Mafia. Leave us, don't push us, be nice to us, and we'll be nice to you. Okay, so 15 has now reposted their will with a correction for night 2, saying 6. What I didn't see is, I didn't really see any spamming of votes from 6 to say that they're blackmailed. I know this because I am a little bit concerned that this is Jester rather than Executioner. And I didn't want to get haunted by accident in case the Executioner thought I was actually Investigator Town role. So I know for that reason. What you notice actually is a lot of the Mafia and a lot of the evils actually guilted that. So that could have been saved if it was more inners came from the Mafia, but unfortunately that's what that is. So now I'm letting the rest of the Mafia know 3's witch, because one, I don't want to get I don't want anything where if I die or I'm roadblocked, then the mafioso decides to attack them and causes trouble. We've got 14 who's getting roadblocked by the escort. So again, if for any reason I get lynched, I don't want that mafioso getting roadblocked. The reason the mafioso is being roadblocked is because they claim Vigi, and there's still a witch around. So the escort is trying to counter the witch by roadblocking what they think is vigilante. If an escort roadblocks vigilante, the witch can't use them to shoot townies. So what I want to do is I want to kill the escort, so that if I were to die for any reason, they're not going to be continuously roadblocked, stopping the Mafia from killing going forward. Okay, so I did write in my will that I was going to push Anne Hibbins as lookout for the witch, and I thought, well, why am I doing that? We know that they're pretty much confirmed there was the executioner's target, so I quickly switched it to 6 and pushed them as lookout forger witch. Now we know that they've been posting an invest will night 1, there was blackmail night 2, so gave no information, didn't speak, and I decided to push them as lookout forger witch today. What we also notice is 10 has disconnected, so now I'm just doing a quick count of how many town versus how many evil, and I can see it's getting close. We almost have the majority for evils. What we need is a miss lynch today. So we've got me trying to push 6. We've got the witch joining in saying that 6 claims BM'd, but they are talking. And 6 is claiming that they were witched. So we're trying to push them saying they wasn't witched, they are witched pretending. Now what you'll notice here is we managed to get this pushed up. So we've obviously got 4 evil votes. And we needed 6, so we did manage to sheep a couple of the town, notably the doctor and 5, which I can't recall what role they are yet, but we did push them up, so we got a little bit of a sheep there. 6 still haven't really posted a will to back up any claims. I know there was blackmailed, but they should still have had results, and there was which they still haven't posted the will. So in this situation, if you are pushed up in this scenario, you are not the witch, you are a town role, and you're getting pushed by the Mafia and evils, I recommend posting your will and just trying to speak reasonably to town. It may not work, but this guy didn't, kind of insulted town, and you'll notice there was only 1 innocent vote, the rest of the town guilty them. So there goes our investigator, which is gone. Now there is a concern here. We know 14 is claiming the TK slot. They obviously are not then a mafioso, so there is a TK out there. Now if it's Vigi, because I made the push on this, I would probably be the one that gets shot. Because I'm Godfather, I don't necessarily have to worry about that, because I have basic defence. So they're saying they're going to push me up. Now, we got rid of the escort. We need to do a kill today. So who we're going to kill? We're going to kill the doctor. And getting rid of that doctor means then we have a 4 versus 3 scenario because 10 left. So that gives us the evil majority. So as you can see, our Mafioso is a little bit concerned that Vigi could be out there and could shoot. I just want to reassure that if Vigi were to shoot, I'm the one that pushed it, so I should be the one that gets shot. So we should be fine. And we don't get shot during the night. We all survive that night. So Alex the Terrible has gone down, and so has Bowtie, our Mafia target. So we remember Bowtie had to come out as TP because there was on the TP lookout claim from 15 night 1, and our ambusher visited that. So our ambusher did help with that play. It's just not one I recommend. I'd probably rather have the numbers to help with the voting over a dead lookout, if I'm being honest. But it worked out. We knew who we was going to attack and what order we was going to do it. So you can see here I'm just asking which of you knows who the TK is. Fortunately for us, it was a veteran, and that veteran left. Now the witch is a little bit confused. They think that I gave the wrong numbers. Now that got me thinking, why would the witch think that I'd given them the wrong numbers? I didn't lie. I told them 12, 13 and 14 was what the Mafia were, you know. We're going to push 5 today. The witch had the same idea as us. We was going to do that. They're claiming a sheriff. They're going to claim that 5 suspicious, but we have the numbers. We don't even have to pretend anymore. We can just say that they're evil. Sorry, we can just say that we're going to hang them because we have evil majority. So, which saying that we gave the wrong numbers. 5's claiming spy. Now, what 5 did wrong in this game is if they were spy, they may have posted to jailer, but the jailer didn't come out. So they may have posted to 15. But spy should, if they do get bug the CPLO claim, they should still post the town immediately. Spy shouldn't withhold that information. You know, that's unfortunate that it was roadblocked. Bug 2 was in jail, but there will still be Mafia visits. That information isn't there. So that spy needed to 1, post their information, and 2, make sure their information was fully correct. They have, you know, the bugs, but they have to put in there the Mafia visits. I just want to confirm back to that witch that 12, 13 and 14 are the Mafia. They said the witch 7, and it said he was BMer. So there we go. We're now starting to figure it out. There is a transporter. Now, something might have happened earlier on where someone claimed trans, and I hadn't noticed. But there is a transporter. So we now know that we have to be very careful. The transporter can still lose us this game. The transporter is one of those roles where they can switch around who visits who. So in this scenario, our witch went to go and witch 7. 7 transported themselves with 12. So when our witch went to see 7, they actually went to see 12, which means that if in this instance I was to try and kill, so I'm thinking let's go and attack 9, our transporter could transport 9. My guess is they would probably transport themselves to save themselves, because most transporters are a bit selfish that way. But we decide we're going to wait a night. I'm letting 12 know that I'm speaking to 3, because they can see my whispers as the blackmailer. They can see everyone's whispers. I'm letting them know that 3's witch, and that's why I'm sharing that information with 3. So tonight we don't attack, just so that we don't risk killing anybody within the Mafia, because the transporter switches. So we very easily narrow it down into probably the most simple puzzle of like a 3-piece jigsaw, going, well, 3's witch, 9's doctor, maybe 7 must be the transporter. So it makes more sense for us today to hang 7, the transporter, because that's the one that can risk us on our night kills, and then we just kill 9 that night. So 9 may have a self-heal. That's quite possible, but usually by day 6 a doctor will have used it by now. So we don't need to worry too much about that. 7 was very quiet actually. I don't recall, even watching back, I don't recall seeing anybody claiming trans, which is interesting. So again, you know, if you are a transporter and you are transporting people, you are not getting them coming out saying that they were transported, sometimes that can be a sign that they are evil. The people that you're transporting are evil. I wasn't transported, but I know 12 was, and they didn't come out saying that they were. But then again, 12 could have been blackmailed. I can't remember who they went to attack. That could be an interesting thing actually. So, what did we learn today during this gameplay? Right, so tactic wise, as an ambusher, my recommendation would be not to go to the TPLO, because it will be an instant out for the ambusher. Look out for the way the witch will maybe communicate to you. In this instance, you will see the witch did not whisper immediately. Now, the reason that's quite good is because if the witch is outed, the town, a good town, will look back at the whispers to see who that witch whispered, because that could give away who the Mafia are, or at least one of the Mafia are. As Godfather, or as any evil actually, have a couple of claims ready just in case. You can see I went with the investigator claim. It's like a little default favourite of mine, to be honest, but I did have in the back of my mind claiming TK. It's only because our mafioso wanted to claim that and had sort of vet baited at the start of the day, and had also been investigated because of that vet bait, that I didn't go and CC their TK claim. I didn't want to push any further suspicion onto them. So we can see here that our mafioso was transported the night we decided not to attack. Now I think, as I say, 7 probably transported themselves with our mafioso. I didn't look at their will, so I can't really remember, but yeah, here we go. That's the doctor down. So you can see night 2, the doctor had already used their self-heal. So we say thank you to the witch, we say good game, well played to the witch, also to our Mafia. They helped win with this this game by being one, talkative. We had at least a couple of people making plays, which was useful. So you can see here, look out for ambusher, and Doc had to reveal, in my opinion, it's a good 1-for-1. I would probably still rather have had the Mafia vote to help push Townies, but that's just how it is. And as you can see, just I like the new imagery that comes up next to the name, just showing the roles, and it's really cool. So thank you very much. I appreciate your time watching, and if you enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more content. The worst that can happen, you don't like it, and you can always leave me in the future. It's not a problem. Thanks again for your time. Now, it really is appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.